Good morning from the Vatican.
Good morning. It's so great to be here.
It is indeed. It is. Let me keep it like this only. So you were starting to tell me about the first time you were in Rome.
1975, I was on my way from Delhi to Canada, and those were the days when this concept of non-stop flights had not really picked up. So my flight from Delhi to London, can you believe it, had 4 halts in between.
My God. And how long was it?
The flight must have been fairly long, I don't remember now. But first halt was Kuwait, where we were not allowed to get down. Second halt was Tehran. We were allowed to leave the aircraft, straighten out our legs at Tehran airport, and then board the aircraft again quickly enough.
Okay.
Third halt was Rome, again where we were not allowed to get down. The fourth was Frankfurt, and after Frankfurt we landed at London.
Interesting. So basically it kind of went around. It went to the Middle East, then it came back to Italy, and then it went up to Frankfurt. So it was probably just like a bus, like doing a loop.
Possibly. I mean, I wouldn't know the geography very well enough to know, but I presume Germany would be north of Italy.
Yeah.
So.
And Italy would be west of Iran, I think.
Yeah. And in those days, one was surprised to see the Heathrow airport full of Indian ladies who used to clean up the place. So then one realized that back home, people thought that Indians are abroad, but this is the kind of job that they do abroad. So one felt bad about it, but well, that is what life is all about.
You make your choices.
Yeah.
What aircraft were you flying? What airline, sorry?
I came by Air India.
Air India.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then from London, that was the first time I saw those travelators, the horizontal escalators where you keep walking. And it was fun walking on the travelator to speed up, covering more distance faster. Then from there I moved on took a flight to JFK airport. JFK airport was having a bad weather. I had to change my aircraft in New York and catch a flight to Halifax.
Okay.
So that was a DC aircraft.
What do you mean by DC?
DC is one of the manufacturers of aeroplanes.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Probably Douglas Connolly or something. Maybe Naman would be able to tell you better. He can even identify DC aircraft flying in the sky.
Are they?
So that was a DC aircraft with a halt over at Boston.
Okay.
Again, Boston we were not allowed to deboard. We just kept sitting there, and from there we went to Halifax.
How long did the whole flight take?
Oh, must have been more than 24 hours or something.
And
JFK airport to Halifax was not too long, about 1.5 hours or so.
Huh.
But Delhi to London, London to New York, New York to Halifax, if you add up everything, I'm sure it must have been more than 4.
I'm sure.
Because there were 4 halts in that, 1 in this, so 5 halts.
Huh.
Each halt at least will take about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. So normal, when you fly non-stop these days from Delhi to London, the flying time is 8.5. So you add 5 to this straight away.
Yeah.
So 13 hours to flying time ho gaya. Then changeover time in London. Then London, New York was good 7 hours flight over Atlantic. It was long enough.
And what was your experience? It was the first time you were traveling abroad. You were going all that way and under slightly disturbing circumstances.
Experience, one didn't have that exhilaration feeling of, oh, I'm going abroad. It was something different. What circumstances would be there, what would be the requirements there. But right from the time that we took a decision that I have to go, people were very, very helpful. Imagine me getting a passport in 2 hours' time.
Arey Baba.
We walked into the passport officer's office at 1:30 in the afternoon. He was having lunch. So he said, can you wait for some time? So we waited. Once he finished his lunch, then we went and spoke to him. He said, you leave your documents here. Come and collect your documents by about 4:30. By 4:30 my passport was ready.
So how was that? Was that someone you knew, or was
No,
just he explained what happened?
No, he just explained what happened.
Huh.
And the person was very nice. So he said, fine, you come at 2 hours time. And 4:30 I got my passport.
That's amazing.
Then those days, foreign exchange was a big problem. India had hardly any foreign exchange. So Reserve Bank used to exercise very strict controls. So having collected the passport, we then went up to the Reserve Bank. There we went and met an official. Explained in the situation that this is the emergency under which I am travelling. So can you help me out? So probably I wanted very little foreign exchange, but still. By the time we reached his office, it was 5:15 or 5:30 in the evening. So he said, "Okay, you leave your application here. Come in the morning. You will get the foreign exchange." And quite rightly, 10:30 in the morning, when we went to RBI, he handed over the foreign exchange to me.
Amazing.
So, I mean, in times of crisis, you can see people go all out to help you out.
Yeah.
And then probably my tickets were already booked or something. And imagine, you know what was the currency rate at that time?
What?
$1, 1 USD was about 6 rupees.
Wow. And now?
And now imagine it is 66.
Yeah.
11 times. Then I had no visa. I was told you could get visa on arrival.
Oh, could you?
Yeah.
When did that change?
No, that was in 75. You could get visa on arrival. And knowing the circumstances under which I was going, so it was presumed that it should not be a problem. So I went to Halifax, got out of the aircraft. The immigration officer checked up, what have you come for? Yeah. So I told them about Bhai Sahib. And Bhai Sahib at that point of time had reached a fairly high level in the Canadian government to be really known over there. He was the deputy regional manager in the manpower planning division. And manpower planning had something to do with immigrations also probably. At least they used to decide how many immigrants we can afford to let come.
Okay.
So that person interviewed me for a few minutes. I told him this is what the condition is and this is how I've come. So he allowed me in.
Okay.
And some of his friends, I still remember their names, Teji Kamal, had come to receive me.
तो आप कितने दिनों बाद गए थे?
He got his medical problem at 8 September. I think I went on 23rd or 24th September.
Okay.
And Vikas was probably just about
a month?
A year and a month.
A year and a month, yes.
So when I took off from Delhi, he was crawling all over the Delhi airport.
Oh, he's going to be 41 tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's his birthday.
Yes.
Time flies.
How 40 years have gone by.
Yeah. It's a long time.
Very long.
It's a long time.
And so much has happened in these years. But all said and done, we've been through a lot of crises, we've gone through everything, but I would still say God has been kind to us, and there's a lot to thank God for.
There is a lot to thank God for. Like you were saying, even in crisis, you see the best side of people. All of those helpful people. It restores your faith in humanity.
You know, Canada, when I went there, there was a postal strike going on. Or at least about a month or two after that. I had taken 2 months furlough leave and gone. So after 2 months, the situation was still not stable enough. And there was a need for me to extend my stay there. So I kept writing to my army people in India. But because of the postal strike, none of my communications reached the correct places. So eventually, I think Monday I was supposed to leave Halifax. Saturday, I decided to call up the Indian High Commission in Canada. Natwar Singh, who later on became the External Affairs Minister, was the first secretary in the Indian High Commission. So I got through to him on Saturday.
Oh, really? How interesting.
Or probably was it a Friday or something. I think it was a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was a Friday. So I spoke to him. I explained him my situation and I told him, okay, look, I need to extend my stay here, but because of the strike, I'm not able to get through to India and I've not been able to get my leave extension. Can you help me out? So he said, call me up tomorrow at the same time. Let me see what I can do. So he then contacted the ministry in Delhi. And imagine Saturday, Sunday, all these Western countries are closed. All offices are closed. Yet when I called up Nakwa, he confirmed to me, he said, Mahesh, your leave has been extended. You can delay your departure. You've been granted 2 months extraordinary leave without pay and allowances. Because by that time I had exhausted all my other leave.
Huh.
So I thanked him and stayed on.
Interesting. So how long were you in Canada all in all?
I was there for 3 months. I mean, my leave has been extended to make it 4 months. But after 3 months, we realized that this was a long drawn out battle and there was no certainty whether even 4 months is good enough or not. And eventually things have to stabilize. So after 3 months I decided to come back to India. And then Dolly was already in USA. So I think she had probably gone back to India or what, I'm not too sure. But her husband, Vijay, was there. So I got in touch with Vijay. So I spent 2 days in New York in their apartment. And those days, at least this is what Vijay told me, whenever we want to buy something or spend a lot of money, we do overtime. And with that overtime wages, we go ahead and buy those things. So since he was also planning to come to India, he wanted to do overtime, so he couldn't take leave. So every morning he used to make out a plan for me for the day. Today you go and visit so and so places, and sometime after the office at about 7 o'clock we used to meet somewhere in Manhattan and then spend the rest of the evening together.
Nice.
Vijay was traveling by Pan Am. That time that was the American Airlines. And I was traveling Air India. So in an effort to see that both of us go together, I got my ticket endorsed to Pan Am.
Okay.
So my return journey was with Vijay in Pan Am.
Funny, huh? So after 75, the first time you went overseas was, the next time you went overseas was to Russia.
Yeah, 86. 85. Or was it 86?
I think it was 85. 86 we moved to Chandigarh.
Yeah, that was 85, I think.
Yeah, 86 summer we moved to Chandigarh.
That was 85. And Russia was another story by itself.
Do you want to tell me that story now or another time?
We can talk right now also, no harm, now that we are talking.
तो एक काम करें, थोड़ा अंदर चलें, मुझे धूप लग रही है.
चलो.
So I'll keep this on record, but can you hear the church bells in the background from St. Peter's?
Yes.
Like right there.
We are close enough
right
to
there.
hear the bells.
What a privilege. Come. Oh, so much better.
So,
एक और कप चाय? अच्छा बताओ.
85 I was nominated to go to then USSR. Of course, we didn't know too much about that place as to where we are going. But the name of the place was known, Mavi. And Mavi was supposed to be in a province called Turkmenia. Now, after the breakup of USSR, Turkmenia is a separate country by itself.
Right.
By the name Turkmenistan.
Yeah.
So, we were a big contingent of nearly 270 plus who were nominated to come to Russia. The aim was to organize 2 air defense regiments and 2 workshops to look after those regiments. So we had taken the nucleus of people who will get trained abroad. They'll come back and then train other people in India to form the regiments and workshops.
Right.
So as far as EME is concerned, we took 15 officers. And
It was just 15.
yeah, we were just 15.
Acha.
And those 15 officers on return to India were posted to 2 different workshops. And it so happened the senior of the 2 majors went as one OC workshop. I was the second major, so I came as a second OC workshop. And then below us, the senior person went to the first workshop, the junior came to the second workshop.
Who was that? Who came to you?
No, I mean, all these people say a person was trained on AKIPS. Now, AKIPS, Mehta and Sood were trained. So, Mehta was senior. So, Mehta went to Sidhu's workshop. Sood was junior, so Sood came to my workshop.
Oh.
Similarly, combat vehicle. Mali was senior. Mali went to Sidhu's workshop. Aneja was junior. Aneja came to my
But they were
workshop.
all in your workshop at the same time then?
Yes. They were all in my workshop.
How did that happen?
Because we were allowed 13, 14 officers in the workshop.
So how did they all congregate in your workshop eventually?
7 of them came to me.
So Malli and Mehta also came to you?
No, that was later on. They got posted out. Once they had finished their tenure in Chandigarh, then they came on posting to me, and our chaps went on posting to Chandigarh.
But, so Malli, Mehta, Aneja, Sood all were in your workshop at the same time?
No.
They were. I know them all.
In fact, these people were planning to go out for the MTechs. Aneja, Anant and Sood. So probably they were yet to go for MTech, and these people had come in. Must be something like that.
Okay.
But otherwise, we had only 15 people, and each workshop was authorized 13 officers. So we could accommodate.
Acha.
So it was good. And that experience of raising that workshop, training those people, writing the literature for, or writing the EME regulations on how to handle that equipment, all that became our job.
Oh, interesting.
Otherwise, a field workshop is only supposed to do field repairs. But in this case, since there was nobody else trained, all these EME regulations are written by an organization called Headquarter Technical Group. So they do the technical documentation part of it.
Well, I know TG from Delhi. Yeah.
So they do the technical documentation and laying down the...
Anil uncle was posted in TG.
Yeah, Anil was in TG.
See? It's all coming back to me.
So all these functions of TG and to some extent even base workshop, because there was no base workshop to repair this. So right from the smallest defect to the biggest defect in the equipment, we had to provide a solution to it. So it was good fun, and obviously because we were new and we had to do all these jobs, plus train local manpower.
Excuse me.
It meant very long working hours for our people.
In Russia or back home?
Back home. It meant very long working hours for people, and that is why all these ladies in Gwalior used to keep complaining. Colonel Sharma, ये तो हम घर पे मिलते ही नहीं कभी.
But they all look up to you. Yes. When Mehta uncle came to me 3 years ago now, in 2012, he would actually wake up every morning and tell me stories. And it was really touching. One morning he actually said that I learned everything that I had to learn from him, and I would lay down my honor to protect my career, my honor to protect your father's. Because he was talking about how he went back as the OC of the workshop, and everything that had been stripped down after you left, he wanted to reinstate.
And he did.
Yes. And he said he was willing to lay down his career for your honor, which is really quite touching.
Yeah, he did. In fact, my immediate successor totally surrendered everything.
Who was that?
Shastri.
Ah.
He surrendered everything. And Mehta was a missile testing man. The CEO of the regiment at that time was a missile officer, Bodwadkar. And Bodwadkar and Mehta were best of friends all through. Yet, when it came to a question of CEO and OG workshop, Bodwadkar wanted to put all hurdles. You know, you'll not do this, you know, you'll not do this. And that is how the question of, I was willing to lay down my career for this. Mehta fought it out. He got the support from the division like I did. And he virtually got everything back.
But it's good to see that he actually did not have to risk his career or lose his career, because you paid a price for it.
I paid the price.
But then he went on to being a major general, which is...
he went on to become a lieutenant general.
Oh, lieutenant general, of course, yes. He was MCME head, yes.
He was the commandant of MCME.
Yeah.
He rose to a position of number 2 in AME.
Yes, that is impressive. That is impressive. But he's a good man.
Yes.
He's a straight talking good man.
Very nice.
Yeah. So, you have 2 minutes to wrap up. Sitting in Rome, talking about your first trips abroad, leading on to your eventful part of your career.
Well, after this, though, there was a big gap. I don't think I went anywhere for a very, very long time. Till in 2012 or 13, we went to Thailand.
No. क्या बात है पापा?
To London. London was home.
Oh God, that's just like terrible. कितना घुमाया आपको?
London was home.
इतना जो घुमाया वो?
2010 and 2012 to London.
Yeah. So, are you looking forward to your visit? Standing outside, getting the blessings from Pope?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah?
I wish he could be walking around also like that lady was saying yesterday.
We are going to attempt that for Wednesday. So, it's been a good chat. We're going to reconnect tomorrow because we're going to be in a really nice apartment. So, we're going to talk more about Russia and Gwalior and career tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.